Imagine a cold so intense, it makes you rip your own clothes off. Imagine a force so powerful, it breaks your ribs without bruising your skin. 9 hikers went into the Ural Mountains in 1959. What was found weeks later didn't belong in this world. Stay until the final frame, because the Soviet Union tried to bury the truth. But the snow is finally melting. Led by Igor Dyatlov, they were the best of the best. Tough, experienced, fearless. Their destination, Ototen. In the local Mansi language, it means, don't go there. On the night of February 1st, something forced them to slash their way out of there. They fled into the -30-degree night. In their socks, in their underwear. They weren't running from the cold. They were running from something else. 2 bodies were found under a cedar tree. Their hands were shredded from climbing. They were trying to see the tent. They were trying to see if it was still there. Dyatlov, Zina, and Rustem died trying to crawl back. The mountain wouldn't let them. 3 months later, the final 4 were found in a ravine. This is where the story turns impossible. Lyudmila Dubinina, found without her tongue, without her eyes. Internal injuries like a high-speed car crash. But the skin was untouched. Their clothes were saturated with high levels of radiation. Some witnesses saw glowing spheres in the sky that night. Was it a secret Soviet weapon? An infrasound that drove them mad? Infrasound creates a feeling of impending doom. It makes the eyes vibrate. Or was it the Menk, the forest giant of the Mansi legends? The Soviet investigators closed the case quickly. Their verdict: a compelling unknown force. For 60 years, the mountain kept its secrets, until a new theory emerged. A slab avalanche. Small, silent, deadly. But an avalanche doesn't explain the radiation or the missing tongues. Were they witnesses to something they weren't supposed to see? The Ural Mountains are old, older than the stories we tell to feel safe. In 1959, the Cold War was at its peak. Secrets were more valuable than lives. The Dyatlov Pass is a place where logic fails and fear takes root. Every year, explorers return, and every year, the mountain watches. What would you do if the wind started to sound like a scream? If your friends started to look like strangers in the dark? The Dyatlov 9 are still there, in the wind, in the frost. Their final photos show a happy group, a group that had no idea. Their last diary entry was mundane. The weather, the food, the exhaustion. Then, silence. A silence that has lasted for decades. We may never know the truth. And maybe that's for the best. Some doors are meant to stay closed. Some mountains are meant to be avoided. But you're still here. You're still curious. Just remember, the cold doesn't just kill, it preserves. Subscribe, or the mountain will come for you tonight. Check your window. It's starting to snow.